They've broken records on the Billboard charts, spoken at the United Nations, and sold out stadiums from Seoul to London to Los Angeles. But BTS is not just a global pop sensation. They're not just the most streamed group on Spotify or the first Korean act to be nominated for a Grammy. They are storytellers. They are mirrors. They are comfort. They are a movement. So who are BTS, really? And why have millions of people around the world chosen them, not just to listen to, but to believe in? BTS stands for Bangtanso년단, literally Bulletproof Boy Scouts in Korean. They debuted on June 13, 2013 under a then small and almost unknown company called Big Hit Entertainment, now known as HYBE. From the beginning, BTS was different. While many idol groups leaned into fantasy, glamour, and perfection, BTS's earliest songs tackled issues like academic pressure, societal expectation, and self-worth. They weren't manufactured to be perfect. They were built on honesty, hard work, and a shared belief that music could mean something more. And at the center of that belief was the 7 members of BTS. The leader of BTS, RM, is more than a rapper. He's a thinker. Known for his fluency, RM taught himself English by watching Friends.
How did you learn English?
Actually, I've taught myself by Friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
Watching the TV show Friends.
Yeah, the legend.
And now speaks on behalf of BTS at global stages like the UN General Assembly. RM's lyrics are often deeply introspective. He writes about self-doubt, the burden of leadership, and the journey to self-love, not with flashy metaphors, but with profound, poetic honesty. At first glance, Jin might seem like the group's comic relief. Full of dad jokes, chaotic energy, and a self-proclaimed worldwide handsome title. But beneath the humor is a surprisingly logical mind, a comforting presence, and one of the most emotionally resonant voices in BTS. He's also known for his deep sense of responsibility, often carrying the unspoken rule of keeping the group's spirits high. His solo songs like Epiphany and Abyss explore what it means to accept and love oneself, even when it's hard. Suga is quiet, introspective, and one of the most respected producers in South Korea. As a rapper and lyricist, he speaks with brutal honesty about depression, fame, trauma, and the mental toll of chasing dreams. He's released solo work under the name Augusti, where his raw emotion and unfiltered storytelling show a side of him that even fans didn't expect. But he's also deeply thoughtful, logical, and fiercely loyal, often using his platform to advocate for mental health and emotional awareness. J-Hope is the group's main dancer and often its brightest light. He's full of energy, positivity, and stage presence. But J-Hope is not all sunshine. His solo projects, especially Jack in the Box, reveal a more complex side: fear, pressure, and inner darkness. As a performer, he's precise and explosive. As a person, he's kind and endlessly hardworking. He turns chaos into choreography and anxiety into art. Jimin is both fragile and fierce, the perfect blend of vulnerability and strength. Known for his ethereal dance and emotional vocals, Jimin has a rare ability to feel deeply and translate that into performance. Off stage, he's thoughtful and sensitive, often worrying about others more than himself. On stage, he's magnetic, pouring his soul into every move. Some tracks by Jimin that really showcase his strong vocals are Lie, Serendipity, and Promise. V is unpredictable in the best way, with a deep, rich voice and a love for jazz, retro aesthetics, and fine art. He brings a unique flavor to BTS. He's often described as a walking contradiction, confident but shy, playful but introspective. V's artistry extends beyond music. He's interested in photography, filmmaking, and creating mood through visuals. His solo work, including Singularity and Stigma, showcases his haunting vocals and emotional intensity. Jungkook is the youngest member, but his talent is off the charts. Called the Golden Maknae, he sings, dances, raps, produces, and even edits videos. He's a perfectionist, always striving to improve, always pushing himself harder. But he's also warm, goofy, and sensitive. His performances, like Euphoria and Still With You, show both his technical mastery and emotional honesty. BTS is not just about beats and visuals. Their music tells a story, not just of fame or fantasy, but of human experience. Their lyrics talk openly about mental health, like in The Last, or Blue and Gray, grief and loss in Spring Day, or Young Forever, self-love in Answer Love Myself, or Epiphany, societal pressure in No, or Bapse, existential fear in Black Swan, or Shadow, and hope in Magic Shop and 0 O'Clock. And through their albums, short films, and music videos, they've created a universe, the BTS universe, that connects songs into an evolving narrative of pain, growth, and redemption. So, why do people fall in love with BTS? It's not just about music, it's about connection. Fans, known as ARMY, don't just support BTS, they grow with them. They laugh at their chaos, cry at their honesty, and heal through their lyrics. BTS shows vulnerability in a way global stars rarely do. They cry on stage, they talk about burnout, therapy, the fear of failure. They're not perfect idols, they're human beings trying their best. And they constantly remind fans, you matter, your feelings matter, your story matters. In a music industry built on filters and formulas, BTS chose to be authentic. They didn't rely on Western validation. They didn't chase radio hits or compromise their language. They built a global career in Korean with honesty as their currency. They write their own lyrics. They produce their own albums. They stay involved in choreography, concepts, and visuals. And when they could have rested on their fame, they pushed boundaries instead, with solo work, cultural impact, and sincere conversations about identity and healing. BTS didn't just change K-pop. They redefined what it means to be an artist in the 21st century. BTS isn't a moment, it's a movement. 7 artists, 1 story. Millions of lives changed, not because they demanded attention, but because they gave people a reason to feel. This is BTS, the storytellers of a generation, and if you're just discovering them now, welcome. There's a lot more ahead.